All right, minutes past 8 a.m. and this is Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bola. A beautiful morning to you and yours. Welcome to another episode, a Tuesday edition of Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7. I will be here from now till 9:55. Per usual, there is quite a number of lineup today on the show. We'll be looking at motivation quote and all of those things. Yes, between now and 8:10, we're checking out the motivation quote and also the weather forecast for today. And after that we would actually be looking at other things that we'll be doing, like the sports will come up by 8:30, but before then, by 8:10, we check out the front pages of the Nigerian dailies for today. And also we'll be looking through things that are trending as well. Once it is 9 o'clock, sports will last from 8:30 to 8:50, and by 9 o'clock we'll be heading straight into the People's Assembly, where we get to talk about things trending topics, and just like every other house, you as the honorable will be on the other end to actually how would I say it now, to contribute your own quota and voice your opinion regarding the said conversation. All right, we'll do that for 30 minutes, and by 9:30, Tech Talk will be eating your airwaves from 9:30 to 9:45, where Melody Surprise would also be airing between 9:45 and 9:55, where I would wrap it all up and call it a day on the show. All right, so for the weather forecast for today, it's looking like it's going to be sort of cloudy today. Cloudy conditions are expected between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. With a chance of rainfall, about 65% chance of rainfall later today. Right now it is 26 degrees Celsius. It feels like that, but it's partly cloudy right now, and the temperature will keep rising to hit a peak at 32 degrees Celsius around 1 p.m. before it starts dropping later, before the possibility of rain actually falls later today. And sunset is around 6:55, and the temperature keeps dropping to the lowest about 24 degrees Celsius later tonight. Okay, so that is it for the weather forecast for today. Now let's check out the motivation quote, the aspire to Maguire to require, like I always call it. Today, this one says, when you leave each day with intentionality, there is almost no limits to what you can do. I'll take that again. When you live each day with intentionality, there is no limit to what you can do. This means that you can transform yourself, your family, your community, your nation as well, and even your life as well. When you live your life with purpose, with intentionality, you intentionally do things. You don't allow life to happen to you. You go out and then you do what you want to do intentionally, right? So when enough people do that, they can change the entire world as well. So when you intentionally use your everyday life to bring about positive change in the life of yourself and others, right, you begin to live a life that truly matters. So the quote says again, when you live every day with intentionality, there is almost no limit to what you can do. You can transform yourself, your family, your community, and your nation. So sometimes, we don't have to wait for the government to do certain things that we ought to do. We don't have to wait for penalties to do the right thing. You don't have to wait for I know
you need another day. Let's go away for 6 months, twice in a year, baby. I know you want the fancy wedding, yeah. I don't call Beyonce and Jay-Z, they go come sing for you, my lady. Now me they fall in love and this no be plan. Bad boy, ordinary love, it don't fall my hand. See me, now me find the trouble. This love, it bust to my muzzle. Cause anytime I think about you, girl, it be like say, I just let go, man on fire, go me, baby, fire, go me. baby, before you wake up, my mind is made up. Baby, let me love you, love you, love you. I know go mess up, oh baby, before you wake up. I don't get love up, oh. Baby, let me love you, love you, love you. I know go break up, oh baby, before you wake up. My mind is made up. Baby, let me love you, love you, love you. I know go mess up, oh baby, before you wake up. I don't get love up, oh. Baby, let me love you, love you, love you. I know go break up, oh baby. Baby, let me love you, love you, love you. Oh baby, before you wake up, baby, let me love you, love you, love you. I know go break up, oh baby, before you wake up.
I love this station, Melody 100.7 FM.
Oh shit. We'll be fresh on the beats, giving them all.
London.
Yeah. Call my number, I go respond you, I go respond you, You ahead of it. How dare me not to respond you, Call my number, I go respond you, I go respond you, You ahead of it. You give me love with the sweet my body, bye. Love now your baby, dance by it. I'm a do the walk by it. Anything that you want to, I buy it. Oh, shit, buy it. I'm a do the walk by it. Love now your baby, dance by it. Anything that you want, I buy it. Buy it. So fine, why your man scatter my head, oh, yeah. So fine. Sweet my body, wow, wow, wow. So fine, why your man scatter my head, oh, yeah. So fine, why your man scatter my head, oh, why your man, come give me kiss, oh, why your man, let me this, oh, why your man, my best, oh, why your man, why your figure, oh, why your man.
carry on doing so fine, and this is the Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bola, and this is Melody Sunrise on a Melody. Okay, so it is 13 minutes past 8 a.m. Time to check out the front pages of Nigerian dailies. I have the Punch newspaper, of the Nigerian Tribune, Vanguard newspaper, the Guardian, and we'll be going through the front pages one after another. So we'll begin with the Punch newspaper this very morning, and the first headline reads, marketers import 436 billion naira petrol amid row with a Dangote. And that story is on page 23 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Global health at risk as funding crisis hits WHO. And that story is on page 22 of the Punch newspaper as well. The OPS presses for rate cut as MPC convenes today. That story is also on page 23 of the Punch newspaper this morning. UTME receipt, that is the kicker of this headline. JAM to release a result of 379,000 candidates Wednesday. That story is on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Now to the biggest headline on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Tinubu's 2027 bid, that is the kicker. APC courts opposition governors with high stakes offer. The story has a rider attached to it. Governors offered ministerial appointment, return tickets to nominate successors, NAS members, amongst others. And the story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. 120 suspected Lagos internet fraudster to face trial. And the story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Has a pictures actually attached to it, pictures of this suspected internet fraudsters, the cars, phones, and everything on the front page. But you can check the story out on page 5 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. All right, another story. Ibadan Gbomoshan monarchs reject Alaafin as permanent council chair, and that story is on page 30 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Nigerian teenagers' corpse recovered from Ireland River. That story is on page 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Rather sad one. And the last one I'll be taking from the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning reads, Oyebanji's second term endorsement divides Ekiti APC. And that story is on page 22 of the Punch newspaper this very morning. Now moving on to another story on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Local government financial autonomy, that is the kick of the story 1 year after Supreme Court judgment yet to be implemented. And that story is on page 15 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Konoa to VCs, that is the kicker, released 50 billion naira earned allowance, not for ASU members alone. And that story is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. To the biggest headline, Edo Bagudu Tijani rekindle hope on Nigeria's economy. The story has a couple of riders attached to it. Capital market key to achieving 1 trillion naira economy, says Finance Minister. Economic reforms on course, Budget Minister tells World Bank. Digital economy attracted $191 million FDR in first quarter, says Minister. And 2 billion naira fiber infrastructure rollout set for fourth quarter. All of that can actually be found on pages 6 and 7 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. Shadow government, that is the kicker of the next headline. DSS acted within bounds, says legal experts. And that story is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Ibadan airports to begin international flight early next year. That is a statement credited to the Oyo State government, and that story is on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune this very morning. That would be fantastic if it happens. Really, really fantastic. I mean, people would have to travel all the way to Lagos, try to lodge in hotels in Lagos, and also coming back and trying to stay safe and all of that all the way from Lagos down. It's going to be really fantastic, and it's going to boost the economy of the state as well. So it's a win-win for everybody, right? All right, so another story. Obi clarifies stance on 2027 coalition, says it remains in Labour Party. And that story is on page 16 of Nigerian Tribune this morning. A National Constitution Summit, that is the kick of the next headline. The Patriots Southwest delegates meet in Lagos on Thursday. That story is on page 15 of Nigerian Tribune this very morning. Labour Party factions clash again. That story has a couple of riders attached to it as well. OT Nenadi Usman-led NCC 6 court order stopping Abure from parading himself as chairman. Another rider reads, it's another exercise in futility, says spokesman. All of that can be found on page 15 of the Nigerian Tribune this very morning. Now moving on to another Nigerian daily this morning, to the Vanguard newspaper. The first headline I'll be taking reads, capital market key to achieving $1 trillion economy. And that is a statement credited to the Minister of Finance, Mr. Wale Edu. And the story is on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Baba Hamed returns, and that story is on page 17 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning as well. Jam glitches, that is the kicker of this next headline. Southeast Reps Caucus demand Oloyede's resignation, and that story is on page 11 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Akwati Uduahan's petitions, IGP wants Akpabio Sandra Duru investigated, and that story is on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. To the biggest headline, 2027, that is the kicker of this next headline. Why I am in coalition, says Peter Obi. The story has a couple of riders attached to it. Differs with Atiku's camp over vice president slot deal. Another rider reads, details of coalition remain secret, says ex-VP's aide. Coalition will trounce Tinubu on election day if. And that statement is credited to the PDP. ADC remains coalition party in Nigeria, says Nwosu. All of that can actually be checked out on page 5 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. And there's a picture on the front page of Vanguard newspaper this morning showing the president of the nation, President Bola Tinubu, with the bishops in Rome. I'd say man looks really dapper in that picture. Anyway, moving on from that, the next headline reads, hardship, that is the kicker. Mental health crisis looms, says family physicians. And that story is on page 9 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Our skies must be defined by open opportunities, not closed borders, says Keyamo. And that story is on page 8 of Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Suspected rapist machetes 14-year-old girl to coma in Abia. That is really troubling. And that story is on page 14 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Now moving on, Tinubu cannot afford renewed crisis in Ogoni by forceful oil resumption, says Mossop. And that story is on page 14 of Vanguard newspaper this morning. Sani and BF disagree over cause of insecurity in northern Nigeria, and that story is on page 27 of Vanguard newspaper this morning as well. Many feared dead in Nyanya Mararaba road auto crash, and that story is on page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper this very morning. Now to the Guardian newspaper this morning. First headline reads, El Rufai alleges corruption among judge lawyers seek return of public trust, and that story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Your mandatory voting proposal unconstitutional, Falana tells NAS, and that story also can be found on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Navy destroys 468 illegal refineries as experts prefer oil theft solution. That story is on page 3 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. To the biggest headline on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, Southwest. That is the kick of the story. Bandits herders invasion puts 40% of region's food production at risk, and that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning. United States offers $10 billion bounty for information on Bola financial network, and that story is on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. 800 killed in 10 years as communal conflict threaten Niger Delta's economy. The story is on page 28 of the Guardian newspaper this morning as well. Benue Assembly Speaker decries reps summons, advocate training for lawmakers, and that story is on page 29 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. 2027, Obi set to declare presidential bid as Atiku explores ADC alliance, and that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. Akoti Duan's petitions IGP AGF over alleged defamation threat to life, and that story is on page 29 of the Guardian newspaper this very morning, and this is as far as we can go. Checking out the front pages of Nigerian dailies this morning. I'll be heading back to the music, and by 8:30 the sports crew Daniel and Bola would be in the studio to take you through the world of sport. But in the meantime, here is Burna Boy doing African Giant. Stick around.
I love this station, Melody 100.7 FM.
Babolo, Sometimes it's like I need a microscope to look inside your mind. I've been made a higher interpreter to interpret your thinking. You the best second, I'm gonna show you the whole of my mind. How I want to take you know. Now I you know say me I know be mind the reader. See me see wahala. Smells. Everything where you they tell me, gonna the one where you know they tell me, now you they fear me pass. Everything where you they tell me, gonna the one where you know they tell me, now you they fear me pass. Écoutez les irènes du gadget, au fatigusi, au chez oko, aché au sauci ni lène au couillossi. Oh ya give me your love, oh today, cover me baby, oh today, oh you know the way we used to day, now the thing when I dey want you day, oh baby, I know I'm not the perfect guy, mama, but if you are waiting for the perfect guy, mama, you go wait till the judgment day, mama, that Jesus Christ that he be the perfect guy, mama, but for the meantime, my baby no dey waste time, my baby na my bestie and my boo at the same time. Everything where you they tell me, gonna the one where you know they tell me, now you they fear me pass. Everything where you they tell me, gonna the one where you know they tell me, now you they fear me pass. Everything where you they tell me, gonna the one where you know they tell me, now you they fear me pass. Everything where you they tell me, gonna the one where you know they tell me, now you they fear me pass. Smells.
All right, back to it, and this is still Melody on Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, and my name is Bola. It's 8:30 on the dot, and you know it. It is time to talk sports. There is Daniel in the studios, and also there is Akim Bola in the studios. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Bola.
How's it going?
I mean, it's fine. It's going fine. It's a wonderful morning.
Okay.
We have a lot of stories from National Sport Festival.
Oh yeah.
I want to ask you, what's your interest? I mean, talk about. I know you support Man United, but when it's not football, what sport do you support?
Probably tennis.
Tennis. Wow.
Yes, I love watching tennis. I have a handful of friends that play, so I kind of like love
Back in school
watching.
days, which one did you participate in?
The one that I do not like, running. Yeah.
Why not basketball?
My
Did
school
you have the
didn't.
height?
No, my school didn't have basketball.
Okay.
Pitch and all of that, or the courts rather. So yeah,
Maybe-
tennis it is.
Maybe by now we would have been representing Oyo at the National Sport Festival.
Maybe.
Because there are
who
rumors now that we
knows?
are picking up gold. I mean.
Okay. Let's see how that pans out
So
anyway.
let's go into the story this morning. A lot happening, of course, at the Gateway Games, of course, at the National Sport Festival. We'll be doing it alone, of course. You've already heard the voice of Akim Bola. Good morning once again, Bola.
Daniel, good morning. It's so nice to be here. A lot of things to talk about at the National Sports Festival, also the Flying Eagles, and we're going to be talking about our stories from Europe right there. It's so nice to be here, Daniel.
All right, let's go straight right into it. Benue State missing at the National Sport Festival opening ceremony. Yeah, we got that story yesterday that Benue State, of course, were missing, but later one of them, Emmanuel Agueyi, the secretary of the Benue State Wrestling Association, said, "We are here already." Benue is here. He said, "We arrived late due to some orders on the way, and we're present now and ready to participate." I mean, this is one of the things that we talked about. Just not present at the opening ceremony. I mean, opening ceremony is known for every participant, every state flagging off. Raising their flags and showing that they are present, but not having Benue State present to do that. That's something big.
Yeah, I think for Benue State, it's bad that they were not present because they had the whole time to prepare for the National Sport Festival. There shouldn't be any complaint. Just like the other guy that we brought in, he said he has been in Nigeria since last week.
I mean,
it's been
someone had to come all the way from Qatar.
Talk about the distance. I mean, it's coming with a plane. I know Benue State, maybe they probably came with a bus, and we know how transportation can be in Nigeria, but they had the whole time to prepare for all of it. I don't think it's an excuse, and they're already in the game, and it looks like they're kicking fourth. Like finance will always say, they are kicking fourth like Jackie Chan.
Of course.
Yeah, so it's all the best to Benue State, but maybe next time they shouldn't do that, because I don't find that acceptable, irrespective of whatever had happened, the logistics and all. It should have been sorted out even before the opening ceremony. It should have been there, maybe 3 days, 4 days at least. I mean, the whole state, no outlet was there, so for me it's bad.
All right, this is another thing. Of course, this one is still related to the Gateway Games, of course, going on right there in Ogun State. Caller the other time talked about how the facilities have been really good, and right now we're getting it in the news that the NSF 2024 athletes thumbs up Ogun on first-class facilities. And I mean, he said there's a game village that they've prepared and everything, and athletes are saying this is really top class.
Yeah.
We know they've actually not been, many of the athletes have not been out there, but we've seen someone, our caller is all the way from Qatar, got there and said, come on, what he's seen so far is great.
Yeah, there's been positive news from the events. There's been positive news
from
the facilities also. And it looks like I said on Saturday, Ogun State, they're really prepared for it. Although some of the things that they constructed, like the swimming pool, came late, but the fact is they got everything done before the opening ceremony, which is commendable. And all the news that we've getting, the guys that we put on, even in the Yoruba segment, Ogbagadi, where K will be anchored, he also brought in somebody, and the person talked about the facilities and that everything is proper.
That seems to be something really
no bad news, bad news about it, and that's what we should be talking about, because most times we get to see the other side. The other side.
Everyone is talking about the good side of it.
Yeah, but this time is the good side, and it's so commendable. Hopefully it turns out well till the end of because I mean something can happen in between. I talked about the football event where a biro was written at the back of the shirt. That's for me bad. That's a bad PR. But talking about the facilities, according to people that
we can't really blame them. I mean, for the jersey thing, every state should have come prepared for that, not getting there and then start buying shirts and writing their names.
You know what? This is the National Sports Festival of Nigeria.
Okay.
This is not secondary school sports festival. This is not primary school sports.
There should be
there should be
level,
different. You understand? You're representing your state and everything. You can't come out to tell me that you don't have a jersey with a number written at the back. You understand? That's really, really bad. It just looks like they just went to gather jerseys at dying minute to just write names at the back. I think that's really poor, Daniel.
All right, let's take this one, of course, still on National Sport Festival. We wish we can just take all National Sport Festival story this morning, but we will still give you the ones that we can, of course, verify very well from reliable sources. And this is coming, of course, from 2024 NSF. Delta State take early lead on medals table. You know them.
No doubt.
You know them. When it comes to National Sport Festival, they're always up there. Although Delta State have established an early lead on the medals table at the ongoing 2024 National Sport Festival in Ogun State. Of course, Team Cross River took the early lead after winning 3 gold medals at the 55 weightlifting men's category through King Kalu UPM. And later on, Delta State came and took over, and of course we have Lagos sitting in the 4th position. We have Team Oyo also currently occupying the 7th spot, and of course that's what we can give right now as how officially the table looks like. But we are getting some reports.
Yeah, there are reports that this morning, Team Oyo, the likes of Falashade Rufiat Lawal, she got 3 gold medals in snatch, clean and jack, and in total in the weightlifting women 59 kg, and also Williams Grace and Usain Bukola gold medal in darts, 401 female doubles, Aruna Osman bronze medal in taekwondo men, Aruna Kudirat bronze medal in taekwondo women. And both of them bronze medal, and that's kudos. So on the log now, it looks like
that should be taken on your state too,
so at least
second of
maybe third, fourth, because the reports as at last yesterday, that was what you read out. But this morning, hopefully the likes of Delta, Rivers, maybe they.
But we're still waiting
Delta.
for the official table.
Yeah.
To see exactly how this.
You know how the way it works in Nigeria, that there's no official.
I mean, that's actually, we talked about it the other day on the cruise. It's actually disappointing that we can't find a very an official website where we can get reliable, credible reports on national sport events.
If you don't have somebody there that's giving you info, which we have, that
and yet we still have to compare and still wait for the official reports.
I checked all of the pages and no updates on it, and that's really poor. In the Olympics, we see updates on X.
Every second as they are finishing this one.
And for me, it's not technology. It's not big technology.
It's not big tech. Yeah, we're in the days of social media. It's easy to communicate these things.
Just put somebody there and just update.
Collate this information and put it there.
For me, it's so bad, honestly, where we can't get an official update on the National Sports Festival. We have to just rely on the guys right there. And for me, that's really poor.
And eventually, if news that are not, so good are flying around now, they come out to say, where are they getting the report
now
from?
If we had brought in our reporter yesterday and right now this morning, because we like to bring him on the cruise, which is 1 hour,
definitely.
So within the space of today, we wouldn't have gotten any information until he brings it out. So it's always very,
and the event has been on since early this morning,
6 a.m. So, and that was when some of these our guys won some of these medals. So I don't know. It's so poor, Daniel. Honestly, I would have to struggle to get info on something that's happening in Nigeria. That's really poor, Daniel.
Well, we'll keep talking about it. Hopefully someday, the right authorities, they will get to hear this information. Is actually this happening. Of course, let's take this story before we go talk about the Flying Eagles. Nigerian boxer has rage over Olusegun Cup still remains in Ghana. You remember that Nigerian boxer that died in the ring in Ghana? I said right now, it's really actually been 50 days after the fighter's tragic death following a bout in Ghana, and there's been no development. So right now, it's like they're not taking it seriously. They should have returned the cups to the aggrieved family, and at least they've done all the things, done all the autopsy and everything. Why is it still being kept in Ghana? I mean, I know you're not the right to ask that question, but definitely, this is not one of the things we should talk about.
Yeah, I mean, as much as it's so.
There's a family waiting
It's a very sad event, and talking about this man that died in the boxing event. I mean, may his soul rest in perfect peace. Well, I feel like at this point in time, the family should be with the remains, and they should be talking about the burial and all of it. I don't know why.
Olaribaju is a boxer in Nigeria as well. He's just crying. He's just saying that this is getting too much. Going to 3 months now, and there's no any news.
There's no info about.
It's like they are holding his corpse hostage or what?
I don't have complete information about that, but I feel like right now the family should be in custody of all of that.
I think everything still boils down to what is the right authority in our country doing to get him back home. I mean, they will say he's not there on national assignment, but he's still one of our own.
Well, maybe that's what you think, but honestly, I just feel like right now the family should be with the cops, and right now is the Boxers Association. I don't know why the family, they're not speaking about it. Maybe they don't have that clout and the voice, but yeah, it's just a very sad event. I mean, something that we don't like to see in sports. Death, but it's one of the things that we get to see in life. So just like I said earlier, may soul rest in peace, and may the Lord give the family the fortitude to prepare to replace loss.
Hopefully, the right authority will still get this, because we keep on talking about this. One of the things we always clamor for here is that the authorities take strong responsibility for anything that's related to sport, because we shouldn't just be all about politics and everything in Nigeria. And of course, let's go to Cairo. They just concluded for Nigeria AFCON 2025. Right now, we're hearing news that 3 Nigerian Flying Eagle stars caught the eye of the coach. That's Eric Shell. He's saying he's found these 3 boys standing. Talk about the goalkeeper. That is Akot, and also Bamei, who's the captain. I mean, do you think these guys are actually up there to say he's got the highs? What do you think they've done to say they've stand out for the coach?
For Bamei was a fantastic on the defense. I remember when the list came out, I totally criticized the enlisting of Bamei into the squad, because I feel like this guy has been there for a long time. It was at the last World Cup, and I know that we have so many youths in the Nigerian football system. Why not a new player? Why did they still bring in Bamei, who represented them in the last World Cup? But then he proved me wrong. For me, it was fantastic, and he played so well. That's an eye. I mean, I understand that the coach, that's Eric Schell, is just keeping an eye. It doesn't mean that it's going to bring him to the Super Eagles squad. It's just keeping an eye. That's a prospect, you understand? So he performed well, honestly, without any doubts. That's Bamei. And Akot was fantastic when it comes to penalty. Remember the classy saves he had, which took Nigeria to the semi-finals. Yeah, semi-finals. So that's a big ups to Akot. And the other defender, I didn't see much of him.
Yeah.
I think in the whole of the defense, it was Bamei who had a solid stand. He covered every other person right there. But I think the defense, we didn't concede so much.
That's Okoro.
Yeah, Okoro. We didn't concede so much. Yeah, when it comes to the games, that's the AFCON under 20. So it's big ups to the defenders. Thank God we are not seeing any striker, because all of them, for me, they were poor. The midfielders, nah. Maybe only Ayuma. Ayuma tried, the number 10, who wears the number 10 for Nigeria. He tried. That's another prospect. But every other person at the front line, for me, they were terrible. And just like Eric Schell, he has kept eyes on these guys, and he knows that they would perform at top level. I wish Bamei all the best, and solid defender right there, Daniel.
All right, do you have one or two stories from you there?
And let's just compliment the Bamei story. Bamei was part of the team 11.
Yeah, the best 11.
Best 11 for the AFCON under 20. Yeah, just like I said, top guy, and he deserves it. Just won Nigeria, and we won bronze in the AFCON
I
under
was
20.
going to say,
just one Nigerian player. Yeah,
one Nigerian player.
But Daniel, when you look at the whole team, do you think any other person deserves to be part of it?
I think Bamei is still the guy that I would say up there. Very mature guy. I mean, at times I look at him, I'm like, okay, he's actually like the manager said. I mean, the Super Eagles manager. He's one that you can actually give that shot.
Yeah,
he's very mature. I like his confidence on the ball, his everything. So, in my own opinion, I think there are not much at the AFCON for the 20 who are above him in terms of his performance and everything. So,
just for more information, it was South Africa players that were the highest. They had the number. They had the highest number of players in the top 11. Also Morocco, we came second, so we're also there. A lot of players right there for Morocco and South Africa. Big ups to South Africa. They won the AFCON under 20, and they're going to be representing Nigeria alongside the likes of Egypt, Nigeria, and Morocco right there. Daniel, let's move to the foreign scene. We saw a game yesterday, Liverpool against Brighton. No goal for Salah yesterday.
Yeah, Salah was actually out to break a record yesterday, and so sad. No good for him. He had a lot of chances.
European Golden Boot is on the line, Daniel.
He's on the line, and that's for him. He's still got one more shot at this.
Yeah.
I mean,
can he score a hat-trick?
Salah can score a trick.
Yeah.
He's done it this season.
Against Crystal Palace.
He scored 4 this season.
Yeah, I think he scored 4.
So he's that kind of player that can deliver. All ball to Salah yesterday. I saw at the point
he missed a clear chance.
He missed a clear chance. At the point he was playing the center row, trying to get the goal. But that's one thing about goals. You know, when you're looking for them, they just don't come.
Yeah.
When you're looking for goals, they don't.
But talking about the game, it was exciting.
It was exciting. You know, both sides are pre-scoring side. They don't hide.
I was going to say that.
And there's actually not much to be afraid of. Not like anyone wants to qualify for anything or win anything. So it was a very good game to watch. I mean,
yeah, very good game, but it was of no importance because
that was why I feel
Liverpool are top. Brighton
are never shy of anybody or scared.
Yeah,
they're always out there to play. They go all out. Brilliant performance from them. I mean, to get the win, of course, is a very, very good display yesterday.
All right, Daniel, let's move away from that and talk about the games today. Man City, Bournemouth. You remember, it's important that Man City get all 3 points in that one. Currently, they are 6th in the Premier League table with 65 points.
Can be like.
It can be very, very tough to break.
On their good day.
Very, very. But they're going to be playing at Etihad. So don't you think it should be a solid 3 points for Man City?
I won't call it solid 3 points because Bournemouth don't actually have much at stake. I don't know if they're fighting for Europe. But at the moment, I think Man City is the one with everything. And with what they experienced over the weekend, losing the FA Cup, I mean, that's still a shock to many of them, even the fans right now. So the only thing they can do for the fans today is to get this over the line, get a win. And of course, they've got the squad. They've got Haaland is fit, Kevin is fit. It's going to be his last game for Manchester City. It's going to be an emotional, it's going to be an emotional game. But eventually, it's likely, we are hearing reports as well that it's likely we get a breaking news before the day ends today.
that
Pep Guardiola might be leaving.
only a report.
Only still rumors. We don't know how it's still rumors out there. But it's going to be an emotional game. I'd say must-win game for Manchester City.
But Daniel, think about it. Kevin De Bruyne leaving, Pep Guardiola leaving, Man City.
That'll be a very.
Don't you think that team is going to be in shambles?
That'll be a very big hit, and I don't know how. Right now, there's still no replacement for Kevin De Bruyne. There's no way you want to put it.
Yeah,
he's played every game since he announced his departure. That is,
and nobody can give all of those free passes.
Nobody.
Even
Haaland
Omar
is very
Mamouche.
missing. Not Mamouche, not Foden.
No Foden.
No, not Bernardo Silva. He's just a very clear definition of a midfielder. He's very good of the set pieces, those final passes, those unbelievable goals he scored from different areas.
If Kevin De Bruyne leaves, honestly, I will miss him.
For me, it's like 40% of Manchester City being taken out.
Yeah.
So when you now say De Bruyne and then the manager leaves,
The manager is.
they are going to be struggling next
Daniel,
season.
just before we go, let's just talk about Crystal Palace. I mean, we have to put a respect to their name right now. FA Cup winners.
They've shot themselves.
Yeah.
They've done the unbelievable.
They're going to be playing against Wolves today. Yeah,
I think
today.
they'll be playing with a lot of excitement.
Yeah, nothing
Wolves-
at stake too.
No, nothing at stake as well. Yeah, but they'll be playing with a lot of excitement. The fans will be right there cheering them up. Like just do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
There's no pressure. I had one of the fans yesterday saying after the final saying if they should lose the rest of the game, that they are okay with it. And that's one of the things that happens, when your team deliver the unexpected like that. So for me, Crystal Palace and Wolves today, I'll just give it to Crystal Palace because they'll be playing with a lot of excitement.
All right, so Daniel, I think it's high time we leave the studio for Bola. Later today, we'll be talking about some of these stories extensively. Remember, Melody Sunrise, the sport edition is just going to be 20 minutes. Later in the day, we'll be giving you proper stories extensively. We'll be talking about it extensively, and it's going to be Daniel and I later today. All right, Daniel, thank you so much for being part of the show today, Daniel.
All right, Bola, it's been nice doing this together. Let's meet by 6 p.m.
All right. I remain Akimbo Bola Egunfemi, and Bola Bad is in the studio. Should be taking you on a Melody Sunrise. Keep it locked right there.
All right, so it is back to the music jury by Adekunle Gold and Kiss Daniel coming to the forefront. Stick around, 9 a.m. rather. We head straight to the People's Assemblies where we get to talk about things going on in the southwestern part of Nigeria. But in the meantime, stick around.
I'm falling for you long time, yeah.
Melody 100.7 FM.
Facials. I'm a waiting in my mind. Mind of your back. I want. Yes, I be your dog, big dog. See, I saw the back. Oh, you give me that word. That walk, I parry to your back. Welcome to my back. Oh, you call me a lodge. Oh, you come make we fudge. Like a this, like a that. Welcome to my back. Call me a large. You could come make we fudge. Like a this, like a that. Facials. Just come, you don't know. Myself, I don't go. Two girls, I don't know me, I don't know them. Right there, you just show. Myself, I don't go. Two girls, I don't know me, I don't know them. But if you come to my party, you call me a lodge. You come make we fudge. Like a this, like a that. Welcome to my party. You call me a lodge. You could come make we fudge. Like a this, like a that.
Melody 100.7 FM.
I'm impressed. The feelings joking one day so fuck it. But you gotta manage with my babe. Before the camera catch me for fuck it. Fuck it. Something will go sweet in my body. If you're how you call me, when I let it down, 6:30, my girl who like this. Make room chat to talk in my chest. Come chat this, so bless romantic. I deep down wish you were me. This is the party, I know you feel like we're not, you know. Sure you want to mission impossible. I hope you know, nobody has to know.
Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Man, it's got that first day of summer vibes, you know. We outside. Baby, baby, yeah. I really want you, and I really want you too. So what we gon' do? What we gon' do? How can I choose? 'Cause I really want you too. So what we gon' do? Girl, you know bad man about to bring it down. Baby, baby, just bring it. Bad man love when you bring it. Bad girl, just bring it. Wine and go, keep it all low, 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 and bring it up. One put on me show. Let me see you. Misty, 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 misty. Misty, 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 misty. I mean, if you don't care, both, so you know what I feel like. I really want you, and I really want you. So what we gon' do? What we gon' do? How can I choose? 'Cause I really want you. What we gon' do? Hey you.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
From Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. The time is 9 a.m.
All right, glad to still have you with us. It is a minute past 9 a.m. From the studios. This is Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM. My name is Bola, and we are about to discuss something peculiar to the southwest. Okay, as usual, like I always say, but if you're listening for the first time and then you're wondering what People's Assembly is, well, it's like a parliament, like an assembly, so to say. And for today, I'll be serving as the Honorable Speaker of the House, and you, on the other hand, are going to be the Honorable of the House. Okay, so I usually bring, subjects, or should I say topics, for discourse, and then you get to have the floor and weigh in, tell me what you think about it, and maybe we'll reach a quorum, and maybe we'll pass a bill. Who knows? But hey, we'll be doing that from now till 9:30. And today, like I said earlier, we'll be talking Southwest, because I saw it on the front page. I read it out as well on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, saying bandits, herders invasion put Southwest region's food production at 40% at risk, 40%. Okay, so that is what we'll be checking out today on the People's Assembly. It reads, bandits, herders invasion put 40% of region's food production at risk. Now, there are riders attached to the story. It says a silent reign of terror in Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, Ogun, and Oyo interior. Another one as a farmer's statement saying I've abandoned 10 hectares farmland due to insecurity, says Olafeso, who happens to be a farmer, and federal government cannot continue to turn a blind eye to killings in Southwest Middle East, others, says Gani Adams. Now, we'll be looking at the insecurity in the Southwest region. We'll focus on the Southwest because that is where we are staying, right? And as sad as we want to as much as we want to say that, oh, maybe Oyo is safe, Oyo is actually on the list, and parts of Oyo state is actually affected with this, and these are the parts that grow our food, and the ripple effect is food items get really expensive in the market, which we are already experiencing. So as not to experience it further is the reason we're having this conversation. Now, insecurity in the Southwest region and bandits' invasion of the interior forest may have put about 40% of food produce at risk, as the region that is traditionally known for routine harvest of the likes of rice, yam, cassava, cocoyam, plantain, and seedlings has begun to see a sharp decline across subsistence, and commercial farm settlement, with farmers and investors shutting down farms while blaming clashes with strange herders, bandits, and growing uncertainty in their neighborhoods. Now, residents said that while the apprehension is not unique to the region, the emerging conflict and casualty toll are fast becoming unprecedented across agrarian suburbs in Ondo, Oyo, Osun, parts of Ekiti, and Ogun State. Farmers told newsmen that activities in parts of the region have reduced by almost half due to the killings of farmers and general apprehension among survivors of recent attacks. Now, while there is an attendant fear of proportional reduction of food harvest at the year end, even the United States Agriculture Department earlier has projected an 8% decrease in Nigeria's corn production for the 2024-2025 marketing year, attributing the decline to security concerns, a high input cost, and reduced government support. For example, in Iwajoa, local government area of your state, findings have actually shown that 74.67% of arable crop farmers were affected by nomad farmers' conflicts, leading to about 54% of them experiencing food insecurity. Now, the United States report also revealed that over 1,356 farmers have lost their lives between 2020 and the first quarter of 2024 alone due to bandit attacks, with several farms destroyed by grazers nationwide. Now, similarly, the Food and Nutrition Technical Assistant 3 project, FANTA, that actually happened in 2024, estimated that in Ondo and Osun State, about 61.44% of smallholder farming households were severe in food insecurity, while 35.73% were moderately food insecure. Only about 1.80% were food secure in recent times. Now, tales of grief and fatalities have actually been swirling, up and down and everywhere. Now, it also has affected not just the farmers, the reach also are being affected, because a prominent stakeholder in the region, Dr. Eddie Olafeso, who owns about 10 hectares of land on which he produces cassava, cocoyam, plantain, and other crops, have actually said that I must confess to you that I've abandoned the farmland because of insecurity. I'm talking to you from first-hand experience. No farmer can go to his farm in Ondo any longer with peace of mind. The administration of Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has not been honest about addressing the situation. I implore the media to do a proper investigation to unravel the number of farmers who can no longer go to their farms in Ondo. Olafes also lamented that if urgent steps are not taken to address the development, that what Ondo is contributing to the food basket of the nation will be reduced by next year. Another state that we all know as the food basket of the nation happens to be Benue State, is also in deep crisis, as a result of, insecurity, herders and farmers clash and all of these things, and banditry and all of that. So it actually goes to show that it is not just the Southwest, but we're focusing on just the Southwest today, because Governor Sheyi Makinde of Oyo State happened to be one of the critical stakeholders to raise the alarm over the rising wave of insecurity in the state and southwest, particularly the presence of migrating criminals into the state last year, if you would remember. Yeah, and he said during my birthday retreat, bandits had camped less than 2 kilometers from where I was staying. That underscores the seriousness of the situation is very important. That was what the government said. And in a somewhat proactive step, the Oyo State Security Council read the Riot Act to all illegal miners. If you remember, bandits, illegal migrant, cultists, and other men of the underworld to desist from the act. So we are going to be focusing on you preferring solutions to the southwestern governors. I'm talking Oyo State Governor. I'm talking the Osun State Governor in person of Senator Governor Adeleke. I'm talking about Ondo State Governor in person of Governor Yedatiwa, Ogun State Governor Abiodun, and lastly, Ekiti State Governor Oyebanji. What do you think that the government of the state are not doing right and should probably invest in to make sure that things don't really get out of hand? I've reeled out the statistics. I've reeled out the findings of the United States Agricultural Department and what they're saying about Nigeria production of corn. Something as little as, do you know that we are in the season of corn? And I've not been seeing corn flying around up and down. Usually you will see several vendors, roasting corn, and so far so good. I've seen just one person in recent time, roasting corn and boiling corn. Just one vendor, around Bashar. Maybe because I've not really gone everywhere, but there's this place at Oshitokun that whether or not we want to turn a blind eye to it, it is affecting everybody. It is really, really beginning to affect everybody. We're talking 40% decrease out of 100%. This would hit and also affect our pockets, because even we were claiming to be elites and we're not farmers, we still depend on what the farmers actually produce. And farmers are saying they cannot, even in Ondo State, they're saying nobody can go to their farmland, with peace of mind, saying that, oh, I'm going to my farmland and then I'll be secure. I mean, does it have to get to the point where, you'd have to go to the farm and then employ the services of security, operatives just because you want to go to the farm? So what do you propose that these state governments or state governors do moving forward? 070 55 071 007. 070 55 071 007 or 070 25 201 007. I'll take that again, 070 25 201 007 or 070 55 071 007. Report says that insecurity, I'll take it again, bandits herders invasion puts 40% of region's food food production at risk. Talking about the southwestern part of the country. I'm talking Ogun State, Oyo State, Osun State, Ekiti State, and Ondo State. Those are the 5 southwestern states that we are looking at today. And, weird enough, we share border with these people. And regardless of the fact that we share borders with them, parts of Oyo State are actually really affected as well. Talking about, going to the farm and farming safely and be like, oh yeah, there's nothing is going to happen. There's not going to be clash. I'm not going to get kidnapped. Things like that. Or my crops will not even be vandalized. Let's just start from the basics. What do you think the state governments or governors can do to protect the southwestern state, from insecurity and herders activities, which is, ultimately affecting food production in the southwestern part of the country. Because if you go to the north as well, the production is actually crazy. I think that is why there is like a lot of influx of the herders in the southwestern part, because even the north is not safe for these people anymore. So how do we tackle this? How do we tackle this? How do you propose that we move forward? 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers to either call me up on or to send messages to. Let me know what your thoughts are this morning. What do you think the Southwestern government should do? What do you think the governors should do? Come together, band together, and execute. What is your take regarding this? Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Good to have you on the show. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, I'm Chief Whip. Oyewole from Manya constituency.
Good to have you on the show, Mr. Oyewole from... I came to your axis, I think 2 weeks ago, thereabouts, and I can attest that you people are trying, because the herders, the activities there are very profound. So what do you think that the state government can do to actually curtail the activities?
For Southwest, I kudos to our governors for even allowing Amatekun to be in place. And I will like that Amatekun of 18 to continue after the regime of this present government.
Okay.
Now, to hard to hit, let there be an encouragement that each villages to organize vigilante, each villages, because they are the ones that are at the grassroots where this food are coming out from. So, with this vigilante of 18 being organized and being funded, and even to give them either motorcycle so that they be able to go interior of the places. So that's my submission for number 2 in the house this morning.
All right.
Let there be a statistics of all these herders in each state. And after registering them, they should have an ID card. Each Fulani following each cow.
Okay.
To have an ID card tagged with number, and that number to tally with the registration of that Ogas Fulani. For example, if I am the Oga, I have 2 or 3 herders under me. It's going about with my cows. Now, I will register those 3 guys.
Yes.
With the government. And government will give me 3 ID cards.
For each of them.
For each of them. So they will be putting on those ID cards anywhere they are going. If I saw one of them enter my farm, I will be able to say, okay,
to hold them accountable.
Number 10 is the one that enter my farm.
Okay.
So the police will be able to Minister of Agri to see which herder has number 10. If he be able to trace that guy. So that is another submission number 3.
Okay.
There are the statistics of all those Fulanis in our state. Because without that, they are just coming here anyhow without checking. God will help us.
Amen. Amen.
All will be well.
Amen.
If not for this Amatekun of 18, food crisis will be high. But with the presence of Amatekun, they fear little. They fear little. But with the collaboration of, in fact, our chiefs, our balance, they should be in collaboration with the government too. We have we have OPC, we have all those things. They should give their permission to be going out. God will help us. Oh.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. Have a great day ahead of you. 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. We are going to be advising the state governors of the southwestern states. What do you think they can do more? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm Honorable Bola speaking from Ibadan.
Good to have you on the show this morning. All right, so what is your take? What is your advice?
I honestly must commend the Southwestern governors. They've been doing well in terms of empowering the security agencies in the state. But yes, with the fact that we still see and hear a lot of things these days, especially on this issue of insecurity in the Southwest, that is the herdsmen.
Yes.
Especially around Mundo states and the likes. So I would just urge all other governors, all our governors here, and even those nationally, to please take up this issue of state policing more serious. Because we see that Amotepa have been more effective here, coupled with the fact that our governors have been supporting them well. And then I will also urge the traditional rulers to please, they should also try to encourage the local securities.
Okay, like the vigilantes, right?
Huh? Is that?
Like the vigilantes as well that was mentioned earlier.
Yes, we should support them and encourage them. So with this, I believe the security architecture will be more synergized. So, and then I would suggest that our governors, especially in the Southwest, should utilize this use of technology, because there was a time we were experiencing this terrorism around the Lagos-Ibadan. Around Lagos-Ibadan Expressway.
Yes.
And our governors helped at that time when Governor Shemakinde bought drones and some other things, even deployed more of Amotekun and other securities in that area. So with that, the pressure reduced drastically. So that can also be of help in the Southwest. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bossa, for your contribution and your advice. Have a great day ahead of you. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007. We are advising the state governors of the southwestern region. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you on the show, Honorable Folashade from Alakia constituency.
Concerning the issue of insecurity.
Yes.
I want to appreciate that because they are really working so hard concerning security. Most especially with the creation of Amotekun. That has helped us a lot in terms of security in the Southwest. So I just want to encourage the federal government that they should please help us as well. They should help us to empower all these local security officials like Amotekun and the vigilantes. They should please help us to empower them with weapons so that they will stop using local weapons as well, so that they can have access to normal weapons that can be used for insecurity.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Folashade. Have a great day ahead of you. All right, 07055 071 007. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
This Prince from India. This is calling from Afata.
Good to have you on the show, Honorable Prince. Let's have your advice.
You see, security, we must take it seriously. Most especially in the Southwest region. Because we know our history. And the problem we are having today is as a result of not going back to the history. That is why we see some of our kings, some of our ballets collecting gifts from the outsiders. It is not supposed to be. That is, you see, to cope manage of insecurity in the Southwest, all lines must be on deck. There should be discipline. The governors must summon some kings and ballets and monarchies across the Southwest. And I love the way they came up together to establish a Amotekun. If not for this initiative, I don't know where Southwest region will look like. Maybe Southwest region will also look like the north or eastern part of Nigeria. So all eyes must be on deck. And when it comes to security, if they think they should do internally, there's something we call secrecy. You must be secretive. It's not something that you make it public. You must not make your plans public. So that
but if they've been secretive, you know that they still have to, be accountable to the federal government regardless. So you can't really say they should be secretive.
Yes, I'm talking about Southwest region, the way they came up with Amoteco.
The Amoteco, okay.
No, I know because I know most of every one of them collect security goods.
Yes.
And there's no how they will hide away from that. But what I'm saying is that yourself, you must not reveal yourself to your enemy. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Prince. Have a great day ahead. All right. Hello, good morning, Honorable.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Honorable. Your name and where you're calling from?
This is Honorable Adanilola, calling from Ojo.
Good to have you on the show this morning. All right, let's have your advice.
All right. My advice to the southwestern governors on insecurity is just now they've taken the right step in the right direction by creating a Amoteco. It's a good one. But I just want to advise that they should please empower them more. Though I know that the governor of Oyo State has been empowering the Amoteco Corps by providing good vehicles for them to work with. But at the same time, these guys need sophisticated weapons to work with, because trust me, these bandits are not playing. They are not playing at all. Like what we heard on the news one time, that these guys are using drone equipment. So I want to urge them, if there is any way they can get sophisticated weapons for these guys, it will go a long way. It's so sad that I even heard in the news yesterday, was it yesterday or this Thursday, that these bandits have gotten to Ondo State. It means they are just behind us.
They have actually been in Ondo State, since the beginning of this year. There's been reports from Ondo State about people not being able to go to the farm, people being killed. There was a time, these farmers actually took the corpse of the killed farmers to the state government house. It's been a back and forth in Ondo State, a lot of back and forth.
It means they are already in our backyard. So I want to speak with the federal government too, that it should please endorse the use of sophisticated weapons for these guys. And we've been begging the federal government that federal government should please approve state policing. That is the only solution to insecurity in Nigeria. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Oluwadamilola, for your advice. 07055 071 007 07055 071 007 or 07025 201 007. This morning, as a house, we are advising the southwestern governors on what to do to be able to curb the activities of bandits and herders invasion, because so far so good. It has actually put about 40% of region's food production at risk, and who actually pays dearly for it? Every single person that eats, so to say, because food prices would actually skyrocket. There is one thing for there to be inflation, and there is another thing for food production to be at the barest minimum. You can tell, you really can tell when you go to the market and you're trying to buy pepper, and then you're looking at 2,000 naira worth of pepper. You're like, no, this will not work. And then you keep wondering that, it's raining. We are in the raining season. Why is the pepper in the market still very tiny? Why am I buying plantain for 3,000 for about 3 pieces of plantain? These are the reasons, right? These are not the dollar. No, the dollar to naira rates and everything, the inflation is on one part. On another part, the food production has really, really gone down. So what would you say to the state governors, the southwestern state governors, course, talking about the Ondo State Governor, that is Governor Ayedatiwa, the Ekiti State Governor, Governor Oyebanji, the Oyo State Governor, Governor Seyi Makinde, and the Osun State Governor, talking about Governor Adeleke. What would you say to all of them? What should they do different other than what they are doing? And I love the fact that so far so good, we've had commendations about the whole Amotekun Corps that has actually been created in the southwestern part of the country and all of that. But I hear that a lot of the callers are calling, or a lot of the honorables actually are calling for, the activities of vigilantes, and because these are the people that are the grassroots, they can also aid the Amoteku also. And I like when Prince, Honorable Prince did say that, the monarchs, the local chiefs and the kings should also be disciplined to the point that they should look back on the history and act accordingly. You don't invite, killers into your house just because they gift you, gifts and all of those things. All well said. So with that, we'll be wrapping up on the People's Assemblies. Hopefully, the right authorities did listen to our advice today, and tangible, solutions will be preferred. And also the state policing conversation is still, burning on the minds of, almost everybody, because, two honorables mentioned it during the course of the conversation today as well. So fingers crossed that maybe at the next FEC meeting, that we discuss state policing and not life insurance, just like the one that happened earlier in the month. Back to the music for me on the show. Tech Talk will come up by 9:30. In the meantime, here is Burna Boy doing Yay. Stick around.
This one I better do with the jabba. Me, I no get time, I did jabba. Dada cover my face, calling me la. Biggie man, we know they wear abada. Tell me, what's it come? G-Wagon, all depend. Take your time, ride the whip. I no feet, die for nothing. What's it come? G-Wagon, all depend. They got it, ride the whip. I no feet, die for nothing. Make you no say anything when you do, they must commend it. I can't come and keep myself. So anything when you do, I they try to do on my way. I can't come and keep myself. Plenty survive where we face. Just to make sure money day. But my people then go say I don't want buy, I don't want die, I don't want payment, I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me, what's it come? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, take your time, ride the whip, I no feet, die for nothing. What's it gonna be? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, they got them, riding with me, I no feet. Different things them happening, schemes and packaging. In a one night for shows, I'm juggling. Flow like the ocean, my boat, I'm paddling. Sharashina Pella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen trails. When it comes to money, I did concentrate. Because I tell you straight, you are not my mate. If you become a shall not be head of state. But my people then go say, I don't want buy, I don't want die, I don't want payment, I want enjoy, I want job life, I want buy motor, I want build house, I still want to know. Tell me. What's it come? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the catch ride the whip, I no feet, die for nothing. What's it come? G-Wagon, all the Bentley, the catch ride the whip, I no feet, die for nothing. Oh no, I now.
Set one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7.
Bado. Anchovy. Oh, shit.
Which kind cruise you want put me today? Your 8 no be 8 if you 8 your way. You know catch your dick, you dey buy Panadol. Okay, got the money long, pull it on. Don't near me, I get OCD. My corner mommy, I be OGB. I dey live my life, no compromising. Don't be fighting. If you don't agree, I go move to the side. Talk to the next person, if they try. Go easy, all up back, I'm frozen. If you know me, you go know say my flight is different. I no need ticket. More money is a mile away. 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 Comparison, they stress me, so no talking bullshit when you near me. I'm just into my own thing, and I don't care about your own thing. You carry force for the class, you dey mental. Shaping a person, we carry last go by car. At the end of the day, now for my car, you go to do for the people where they like us. I dey live my life, no compromising. Don't be fighting. If you don't agree, I go move to the side. Talk to the next person, if they try. Go easy, all up back, I'm frozen. If you know me, you go know say my flight is different. I no need ticket. More money is a mile away. More money is a mile away. More money is a mile away. More money is a mile away.
Timmy J on the track. So far the beats.
Sing, you get dance, you get wine. When you cry, I go wipe in your eyes. Give me your bag, make I feel like I'm the only one, you don't need another. I hold you down, you know this, baby. And I've told you now, I'm right there, I there for you, baby. You know, just anywhere where I want to. If I could, I would love you in my next life. I don't really care about tomorrow. As long as you there right now, I go there fine. You got me high when I'm low. Daddy, you can take my soul. All these things where they talk right now. I just love my body and body and soul.
All right, the song dropped in 2023 and Of the Body and Soul Project by Joe Boy. And this is still Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7 FM, 39 minutes past 9 a.m. My name is Bola, but it's time to go through tech and see what we will be talking about today. It is Tech Talk, and I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, what are you doing today again? So basically, I saw a video yesterday, right? 2 videos, as a matter of fact. I saw a video of Tiwa Savage. She has a new song out. No, stay with me. I saw a video of Tiwa Savage. She has a new song out and she was trying to promote that song. So she did a video, and subsequently, a couple of hours after, she posted another video. And apparently, it was her son that actually edited, the video, compiled the videos, different videos, brought them together. It was like doing the work of a video editor, so to say. And he was doing it with so much ease. And the way he did it transitioning, you wouldn't even tell that he was a child, the age range of 9, 10, 11 that actually did that. So, which actually got me thinking that how about we start catching them young? It's not like it has not come to us, but have you really thought about it? That way, boy, this tech has is going. That's where your child's future might lie. And if you are interested in it but you don't want them to do all of this coding thing because you feel like coding is too diabolical, I'll be talking about top 10 paying non-coding IT jobs and courses that you can take as a young adult or as an adult, yes, that have kids and you want them to start doing something in the tech world but not coding. You can also pass this on to them. So the IT sector is often perceived as a realm dominated by coders, and in this scenario, it is actually a Herculean task to find IT jobs without coding skills, right? But while programming undoubtedly plays a very crucial role, it is far from the only path to a successful and lucrative career in technology. Non-coding IT careers also are a lot. They are plenty, right? And so we'll be looking at them today. Benefits of pursuing a career in IT, its wider perspective, a plethora of high-paying IT jobs or tech careers without having to code. Yeah, they exist and they don't really actually require extensive coding knowledge, making you ready for a coding-free IT careers or without coding IT jobs, so to say. So we'll be exploring these opportunities by getting most of the benefit of pursuing a career in IT. First off, let's talk about it. What are the benefits of pursuing a career in IT? So before diving into specific roles, it is very essential to understand the broader advantages, benefit rather, of pursuing careers in IT, right? So we'll look at them. The first one is high earning potentials, because the IT industry is renowned for its competitive salaries and lucrative compensation packages. Right, we're looking at, something from $60,000 per year. And the crazy part is, you can be in Nigeria and be earning in dollars. Hey, and try and convert it, $60 US. That is like beginner's level for some IT courses, right? Another one is job security. The demand for skilled IT professionals consistently outpaces supply, ensuring the job stability. There is stability of job. Another one is global opportunity. Like I said, you can be in Nigeria and work outside the country. IT is an international field, offering chances to work with diverse teams and cultures, right? Continuous learning also, if you're someone that love to learn, like I said, catch them young. Your child can be 14, be earning thousands of dollars. Nobody's saying that they cannot. They can, actually. So technology is ever evolving, providing ample opportunities for skill development and growth. And lastly, innovation is also part of it. Benefits, IT sector is at the forefront of innovation, allowing you to be part of a groundbreaking project, okay? Or groundbreaking project, so to say. So now let's look at IT jobs without coding skills. What are those? So while coding isn't a prerequisite for every IT role, processing, strong analytical problem solving, and communication skills is essential for non-coding jobs. So we're looking at 10 high-paying non-coding jobs in IT. The first one is IT project manager. IT project manager oversee the planning, execution, closure of IT projects. So they coordinate teams, they manage budgets, and ensure projects are delivered on time and within the scope of the project. Another one is product manager. They are responsible for the overall success of the product, right? So they define the product vision, gather customers' feedback, and work closely with development teams to bring products to market. So if you're looking at, yes, you are beginning to see that is part of our everyday life. Yes, the marketers can actually graduate to become product managers. You're seeing this, right? Okay, UX UI designers, user experience, that is UX, and user interface UI designers create intuitive and visually appealing digital products. They focus on user-centered design principles to enhance user satisfaction. It is somebody that is designing the template that we use on WhatsApp. All these updates that, there's a new function. Now you can add music to your status. It is someone that is behind it. I think when you are getting the idea, and it could just be your kid. Your 15, 16-year-old child can actually be doing that as well. Building websites, there was this particular, financial platform. It's kind of like a bank. And then I saw the woman behind every transaction you make on that app, every delivery of money, it was insane. And I saw her and I was like, she's a woman, no? I'm not going to mention that platform because that would be like publicity and unpaid advert, but it blew my mind away that, it is someone that is behind. You need to understand that most of these banks don't even have physical, offices where you can go in and transact. Everything is done on the application. And one woman actually is the Oga Patapata that actually oversees that, and she does that every day, all year round. It is amazing. So it is not a gender thing. It is not an age thing. It is you trying to or willing to move with time and also to explore new things as a human being. Yeah, because like I always say, we always have the ability to grasp what we want to grasp. Yeah. Anyway, that is it for me on the Tech Talk today. We were looking at the other jobs that you can venture into, tech work or tech jobs that you can venture into without coding, so to say, or too much of coding. Yeah. So I'll be heading back to the music, but do not forget, now is the time for you to send me messages if you want me to wish someone a happy birthday for you, or a happy wedding anniversary, happy promotion, or even you just want to celebrate the person for being a good person. You can always text me up on 07055 071 007. 07025 201 007, 07055 071 007, or 07025 201 007. Those are the numbers. Send the messages now. Don't wait until I'm about to wrap up. We'll do this between now. It is 9:47 and 9:55. In the meantime, SARS, Crayon, Skrillex doing Your Farm. Stick around.
Money long like a chacho, I'm not on show. It's your photo, kill it with the wine. It to me like a banjo, kilombo. Island girls, mainland girls, I'm in I go back to. Why you do me like why? You do me like why? You do me like that. You go jam moto, and you don't go do. Baby, no, go do me like no, go do me like no, go do me like that. You do me like that. You go jam moto, give me the metro. Money long like a chacho, I'm a dosha. It's your photo, kill it with the wine. It to me like a banjo, kilombo. Island girls, mainland girls, they ball like a bango. Fam, kill you, they fam. Yo, fam, what you say, fam? Why you got the act like you don't know, fam? I know we stay for echo, make a dollar more. I know we stand to the look at the girls, see the shake, their waist, I'ma show my color. I'm going to be the nigga, because someone know. If I need the girls, then go coalition no more. Send me them come my party, make it on and on. Even if I want now, to make a corner, I'm in the metro. Give me like that, give me like the king, you kill us. I'ma get mess up. Money long like a tattoo, I'm a dusher. Kill everything wine, they do me like a banjo. Ilombo, island girls, mainland girls. I did ball like a bango. You fam, kill the fam. You fam, what you say fam? Why you gonna act like you don't know fam? You fam, get the who fam. You fam, kill the fam. You fam, what you say fam? Why you gonna act like you don't know fam? You fam, let you go fam.
Melody 100.7 FM.
Dougie told me he been on some positive. Yeah. Lately I just wanna show up and body. Yeah. Always been a little mathematician. Lately this cash I'm getting got me losing count of these bags. I've been moving too fast. Hard times don't last. Remember when cops are rats talking about my boy, you ain't with a badge. All my life. Trying to keep me down. All this time. Never thought I'd make it out. No. No. All my life. They be trying to keep me down. I decided I had to finish, but the media called me a menace. I done said with the million politicians, I'm trying to change the image. You can't blame my past no more, I come from the trenches. Some said I'd never be a superstar, but I know I'm different. I'm the voice, but the system ain't give me a choice. Know some people that's still unemployed. I know a felon who trying to get forward. Child support, your only support. For a visit, I'm going to courts. Went to jail, they was chaining me up. And you know that I'm famous as see how you gon' joke about stimulus, but they really had came in the clutch. I know some kids wanna hurt themselves. Stop trying to take, I refer to myself. Trying to better myself, trying to better my health. But I thought I'd make it out. No. No. All my life. Keep me down. First generation ghetto, cold world, hello. Made it out the city with my head on straight. Keep shooting up the let out. Yo, Joe the pill, gotta get out. Did I spit out? It's a cheat code, like I'm facing a Rico. And I put a hit out, and another one, and another one. I got like 100 of them by the left, so they think they're ahead of me, but I'm really in front of them now. Some of them fumbling they bad. Another little crumbs that they had, a reminder of.
All right, so I got a message, and probably we're just going to wrap it up with that one. Yes, this is still Melody Sunrise on Melody 100.7, and the message reads, "Hi, my name is Olamide. It's my first time here. I want you to wish my friend a happy birthday in advance." So we're going to put a call through to Adirunke right now. Hopefully she picks up, and then we can wish her a happy birthday in advance. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, am I on to Adirunke, please?
Yes, this is Adirunke.
All right, my name is Bola. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Why does it sound like someone I know?
I very much doubt it that you know me, because I have a message for you. Someone told me that overmorrow, like next tomorrow, is your birthday. He wants me to tell you that, he loves you so much and wishes you a happy birthday, that you are his best friend, as a matter of fact. So do you know anyone that could actually, do that?
You said I'm his best friend.
Yep.
Well, I don't know who that is. I won't lie.
Who is your best friend?
Sorry, I sounded like someone I know. I'm so sorry.
No, I doubt you know me, but I will tell you. Maybe you do know me. I do not know, but I'll tell you. I'll give you a hint. But what is your best friend's name?
My best friend's name.
Yes.
I don't have a best friend actually.
Hey, God, I beg. So, who is Olamide to you?
Olamide, he or she?
I'm thinking now that it's a she, but do you know any Olamide at all?
I do.
Yes, and she's not your best friend?
She's not my best friend though. She's my sister.
She's your
But I
sister.
can't call her a best friend.
But she thinks
She's your
you are her
sister.
best friend. Because she wants me to wish you a happy birthday and to tell you that she loves you so much. My name is Bola Bad. I'm calling you from Melody FM 100.7. So you're live on air. And, a happy birthday to you.
She's my
And
friend. I don't call her best friend. I call her a sister because she's more
oh,
than a
I said that one is deep. Oh, deep gone. All right, have fun, okay? And
you
God
so
bless you. God bless the two of you, okay?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're very, very much welcome. Do have a great day ahead of you, okay?
You too, Mom. Thank
All right,
you.
bye. All right, so we did that, and then it's a wrap on the show. Like I always do say, do not be a stranger. Yes, and big thank you to every single person that made the show a successful one. I'd return tomorrow, God keep us, from 8 a.m. to 9:55. So till tomorrow, have an amazing, amazing day ahead of you. Stay safe and stay sane. Locked to Melody 100.7 FM. Up next is Oroilu by 10 a.m. But in the meantime, here is Magic's Doing Loyal. Till tomorrow, bye.
Say she a bougie, she really cool, she tell me